Welcome to our boys swim and dive banquet video. What a crazy end to our season, eh? I hope this finds all of you in good spirits and good health. This isn't the way I'd planned on ending my career or the season, but under the circumstances, it's the most feasible alternative. So sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy our presentation. Right from day one, our goal was to see improvement from our guys at each meet. Our focus the entire season was to train this team with the mindset that success for us would be continued improvement throughout the season. Overall, I thought we did a great job with respect to that concept. Our first meet was the Waverly Relays when we knew that was going to be a tough meet. We had a good meet and we placed 6th overall. With 12 teams at this meet, we hope to finish in the top half of the field, and that's exactly what we did. Our next meet was against an East Lansing team that had improved much over last season. They were very good, and we found out that with our small team, we were going to have a difficult time matching up with the larger teams this year. After that, we went into our Christmas break, and it was a longer break than usual due to where the holidays fell this season, so that enabled us to have a great training session. Overall, our new guys turned in 81,000 yards, and our veterans turned in about 92,000 yards. We were very happy with the effort all these guys put into our Christmas training. I've enclosed stat sheets, one from the first meet of the season and one from the end of the season. I updated them after each meet, so please check out the times you've turned in. It's been quite impressive. The time drops that you've turned in have been quite remarkable. We came back from break and knew we were in for some great meets. I'm just going to give you the number of season best individual performances from our meet. It's been quite remarkable. Alma, we had 24 season best individual performances. Williamston, 22. Holt, 23. DeWitt, 24. Fenton, 17. Hazlitt, 19. Okemos, 14. Schwartz Creek, 19. And Grand Ledge, 25 season best individual performances. A few of the meets we moved the boys around to let them swim some different events and to break up the season a little bit. But our meets against Holt, Hazlitt, Schwartz Creek, and Grand Ledge, they were in their very best events, and they still had tremendous time drops. We had a great invitational meet at Hazlitt where the boys placed 3rd. That was our fun meet of the season, and the boys picked their own events for that one. I think everyone had fun, and they swam some great times as well. Our 2 regular season meets were by far the best and most memorable for me. Against Schwartz Creek, the boys stepped up and had a great meet. They hung tough and competed extremely well right up to the end to secure a 109-76 win. Our best meet of the season was the Grand Ledge meet. I told the boys that we matched up pretty well with Grand Ledge, but they had a slight edge because of the high numbers of guys that they had on their team. I think that Grand Ledge came in a little overconfident, and our guys were super focused on winning that last home meet. I told the guys all week that this meet was going to come down to the last 2 events, and that's exactly how it played out. It was super exciting, and that was the loudest I've heard our crowd in probably the last 2 seasons. It was an awesome end to our season, and one that was special to me, and one that I will always remember. The meet ended with a great 94-92 win for the Red Wings. We then went on to the CAAC Blue Division League meet. We usually taper for the big meets, especially our one at the end of the season, and by that I mean we increase the time between sets. We increase the time allotted for intervals with the hopes that the boys will be well rested going into our meet. We want their body to feel good. We want them to feel good and sharp mentally, and we want them keyed up for some good swims. We wanted them to turn in great performances at this meet just to see where we stacked up with everybody. On Friday, out of 31 individual entries, we had 24 season best performances. On Saturday, out of 20 individual performances, we had another 15 season best performances. We really just wanted to have as many guys as possible turn in great times and great score diving. It was a very exciting league meet. The guys stepped up and turned in some great performances. We finished 7th overall at that meet, and we ended up the season tied for 6th place with Grand Ledge. After that league meet, our next place to go was the regional diving, and that was at DeWitt this year. And Sam Hudgens was our only competitor at the regional diving, and he did just a phenomenal job. Sam turned in probably the best diving performance that I've seen out of him in his entire career. With that being said, he was neck and neck with a kid from Mason right up to the end, and his last dive was phenomenal, and he ended up winning by like 2.5 points. So he won diving regionals. That's a great feather in his cap, and that was the 4th consecutive year that we won diving regionals. We didn't have a state meet this year, as you all know, So we don't really have any stats from that. It's a disappointment. We would have liked to see where Sam stacked up and where he ended up at the D3 state meet, but it is what it is. And we're just real proud of Sam and the rest of the team for the season that they've had. Academics, that's another place in our season that's up in the air right now. With everything being on hold, I'm not sure where we're going to end up with our academics as far as academic all-state and individual academic all-state honors go, but we'll have to, when we figure something out and get some direction from the state and our state association, I will certainly let you know. I got a few thank yous that I'd like to throw out right now. I'd like to thank all you parents for your help and support all season long. You've been a phenomenal group of parents. I'd like to thank Debbie Foote for doing all our meet entries and scoring. I'd like to thank Amy Dow for all that she's done for us and for me over the course of 4 years. Thank you, Amy, for being our announcer all 4 of those years. Also, she organized many of our activities, our post-meet gatherings, T-shirt orders, Subway orders, and our end-of-season banquet from last year. So thank you, Amy, for all your help over the years. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I appreciate so much of what you've done. You've done a phenomenal job, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my wife, Cindy, for her support and patience all these years. 19 seasons of being a wife of a swim coach can be tough, and with somebody like me, especially tough. So thank you, dear, for everything you've done for me, for talking me off the cliff for all these years. So many times. I love you dearly. My coaches, I think I've got one of the best assistant coaching staffs in this area. This year we had Pete Sperry. He came in. I've known Pete for quite a few years. I've coached him and known him for over 10 years. He's an outstanding young man and coach. He came on board this season to help us out. He did an amazing job, and I'm very appreciative of all that Pete's done, and I appreciate all your help and support this year. You've done a great job. I value our friendship, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you good luck. Thank you, my friend. Also, Stacy Smith, our diving coach, she was there with me right at the beginning, and she's here at the end. She's been a great coach and came back to help us a few years ago when we needed some help, and she's been a great diving coach for us. She's done a great job. I value you as a friend, a colleague. Stacy, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for all the years and all the help and support that you've given me these years. It's been a great run, and I will dearly miss you. So thank you very much. And finally, last but certainly not least, Caitlin Childers. She's been a rock for me on that pool deck. I've known her since she was 8. She swam for me countless years, and she's been an assistant coach with me for 10 years. She's been one of the greatest assets to our team, and we've had some good times, and she's been the person that really picks me up when I'm not feeling so good, and she's been a great help, and I couldn't have asked for a better assistant coach. I've had so much fun coaching with you, Caitlin. I appreciate your friendship and all the help and support that you've given me over these years. You're one of the best assistant coaches in this area. Thank you for so many wonderful memories, and I will certainly miss you. So thank you so much, everyone. It's been a great season, a great career, and I appreciate all that you've done. And you guys on the team, it's been a great season. Thoroughly enjoyed my time here, and I've enjoyed this season with you guys. At this point, I'm going to turn the program over to Caitlin and Stacy, and Caitlin and Pete are going to introduce our freshmen and sophomores, and then Stacy's going to follow that with introducing our divers to you. Okay, so Caitlin, take it away.
Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 new swimmers that we had on our team this year. First was Preston. I was really excited to see what Preston was going to do on the high school team. I had watched him improve over the years, not only in his technique, but his work ethic as well. He definitely didn't let us down. We weren't sure what he was going to compete in, but it didn't take long for us to realize that longer distances was where he belonged. From the first day of practice, it was easy to tell Preston was going to push himself every day. This allowed him to see huge time drops and lifetime bests beginning at the first meet of the season. Preston started the season with a 2:10 in the 200 free, and by conference finals, he won a 2:01.64, placing 14th. In the 500, he won a 5:41 at the first meet and dropping almost 20 seconds. He ended at a 5:24.16 at conference finals, landing him 11th place. He also split a 26 flat in the 200 free relay at the Hazlitt Invite and won a 58.26 in the 100 free on the 4 free relay against Grand Ledge. With Preston's work ethic and drive, he was able to accomplish most of his swimming goals he had this season. He was able to go under a 5:30 in the 500 free and close to 2 minutes in the 200 free. Preston had an amazing freshman year. He was able to accomplish his goal and earned his letter as a freshman. I can't wait to see what the future brings for Preston. Great season. Ethan's first year on the team was a good one. Although he swam in middle school, it was a change to have two practices 2 times a day and 2-hour practices. These longer practices allowed Ethan to improve not only with his times, but also with his starts, turns, and technique. Once he began seeing time drops, he pushed himself even more. Ethan swam the free events for us this year. He began with the sprint free, but transitioned to trying the 200 and the 500. Having him swim the same events at many of the meets allowed him to focus on aspects to change and improve on. Ethan's swims this season included in the 200 free, he won a 2:17 against DeWitt, and then dropping 7 seconds, won a 2:10.28 at conference finals. In the 100 free, he started with a 1:05 against East Lansing and dropped below a minute, going 59.96. He swam the 500 a couple of times, dropping over 30 seconds, ending at a 6:17 against Hazlitt. His relay splits included a 26.75 in the 50 free and a 58.39 in the 100 free. Ethan had goals this season to go under a 1:02 in the 100 free, be faster than a 28 in the 50 free, and be on a 400 free relay that went faster than 4:59. He was able to accomplish all 3 of those goals. We hope that he comes back next year so he can continue these improvements. Great season. Although John was not a freshman, this was his first year on the team. We didn't know much about John, but when he showed up to the pool, we didn't know much about him. He didn't compete in Sea Lions or on the middle school swim team, but what we did know was that he was coming to early morning lap swim to get ready for season. He would work on technique and improve on starts and turns. John started off the season doing freestyle sprinting events, but we decided to try backstroke about halfway through the season. He was able to pick it up quickly and earn some points for the team. John's accomplishments included this season a 2:18 in the 200 free, a 29.72 in the 50, a 1:03.19 in the 100 free, a 1:15.67 in the 100 back, and he also swam on all 3 of our relays. Due to John's hard work, he was able to complete complete a couple of his goals. He wanted to go under a 1:05 in the 100 free, which he accomplished multiple times this season. He also wanted to compete for points in an event this season. He was able to score points in multiple meets, but including Grand Ledge, where his 100 back points towards the end of the meet assisted his team in winning the meet. John has improved over the season, and if he continues working hard, he will continue to improve every year. Great season, John.
Hello, everybody. So I first want to say awesome job this year to everyone, and I will be talking about our 4 returning sophomore swimmers this year. And so I'm going to start off with Graham. This year, Graham did a great job at putting in the hard work and dedication into his swim season. He did this by doing all the sets, making practices, and trying his best at every meet. His goal this year in the 100 breaststroke was to break into the teens. He started out the year with a 1:27.31 at the Alma meet, and he ended up going a 1:17.47 at our conference meet this year with a 20th place finish, a solid 10-second drop. In the 50 free, he started out the year with a 29.31 and dropping the time down to a 26.95 by the end of conference. Graham is a hard worker, and I can't wait to see more time drops in the upcoming season. The next swimmer that I'll be talking about is Max. I was excited to see how well Max would do as a returning swimmer. Max started the season swimming the 50 free at the Alma meet with a 25.18, and by the end of this year at the conference meet, he won a 24.82 with a 16th place finish. He also swam the 500 free, where he went a 5:35.22 at the DeWitt meet, and ended up dropping 18 seconds and going a 5:17.80 at the conference meet with an 8th place finish. He also contributed in the 400 free relay with a beginning 100 free time of 56:42, and at the conference meet, he ended up going a 53:74 with a 7th place finish. I can't wait to see what these next 2 years have in store for him as well. Our third swimmer, sophomore swimmer, is Coy. Coy is definitely a hard-working swimmer. Not a week or two goes by after the conference meet that I saw him at early morning lap swim on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which he decided to do out of his own choosing. Koi's main event this year was the 100 breaststroke. He started the season out by going a 1:12:53 at the Alma meet. He then ended the season with a time of 1:07:63, a 5-second drop, and a 6th place finish at the league meet. He also swam the 200 IM. He started out the year with a 2:25 at the Williamston meet, and by conference he ended up going a 2:17:28, a 8-second drop, and a 17th place finish at the league meet. He also played a role in our 400 free relay and was part of the 7th place finish at the conference meet, going a 55:44 in the 100 free. With Coy's work ethic, I can't wait to see what these next 2 years have in store for him as well. And my final swimmer that I'll be talking about is Shane. Shane was a swimmer we could utilize in any event. Shane's main event this year was the 100 butterfly. He started out with a 1:16 in the 100 fly, and by conference he went a 1:02:39, a remarkable 14-second drop with a 13th place finish. At the league meet, Shane's individual goal this year was to go 2:30 to 2:25 in the 200 IM or faster. He ended the year going a 2:15:04 at the league meet with an 8th place finish. He was also a part of the 200 free relay, going at 24:25 and taking 5th place as well. Shane definitely put in the hard work this year, and I look forward to seeing what he'll achieve these next 2 years. Good job, boys.
I had the honor to coach 3 divers this year, and I will start with Sebastian Delgado. Kim came to me a couple weeks into the season and said, "Hey, I have another diver for you. He's athletic." Alrighty. So in addition to swimming, Sebastian started diving with us in the afternoon practices. Sebastian did not have any experience or knowledge of diving, but he wanted to try. He quickly caught on to the concept of diving and started to add to his list. He would always want his dives to be right and knew when it wasn't. Sebastian would continue to practice a dive until it was up to the level that he wanted it to be. Sebastian is a competitor. He learned a couple of dives the day before a meet sometimes, or during a warm-up of a meet. He did well learning this new sport, and he was able to compete each meet and gain points to the team's overall score. He had a 6-dive season high of a 123.30 against Fenton. Sebastian was able to put together the requirements for an 11-dive list to be entered into the conference meet. With his spirit and perseverance, Sebastian had a successful season in both swimming and diving. He also lettered and earned his varsity letter this year. I had a great time getting to know Sebastian, and I hope that he has had a great time in the United States. Congratulations with all his accomplishments and trying a new sport, and good luck to you. Mason Silva. This was Mason's second year as a diver. Mason really seemed to come back and have goals for adding harder dives to his list with a renewed focus. This year, Mason added a front full somersault with a full twist, strengthened his double. He added a back double, an inward 1.5, and at the last week, we talked about what his 11th dive was going to be. He really wanted to do a double twist, but seemed to fall short of getting the second twist in consistently. Reverses continued to be a dive that was not favored by Mason, so he added a front 1.5 somersault with a full twist to complete his list and compete at the conference meet. Mason never gave up, even when things didn't always turn in his favor. He was able to come back and focus on becoming more consistent and competitive with each dive and each practice. Mason was a competitor in swimming this year also, in the 50 free and the 200 free relay. Mason had a personal season high in diving at 164.25 and a 50 free season best at 28.88. As a senior, Mason provided points to add to the team total. He went to the finals for the conference meet and earned his varsity letter. One thing I learned about Mason this year is that he is a very talented artist. If you haven't seen any of his work, you should. It is amazing. Congratulations to you, Mason, with all that you have accomplished this season. Good luck in all that you do beyond high school. Samuel Hudgens. What can I say about this kid? I met Sam 3 years ago when he asked during girls' season if I was going to be coaching boys. At that time, I said no, which turned into a yes as time went on, and Kim kept asking me and telling me it would be great and I would have fun. I am glad I did, as I have met so many great people through this journey. Sam is one of the easiest kids to coach, even when he didn't always see his full potential or talents that he has. It has been a joy to see Sam grow in his knowledge of the sport while working hard in the off-season, bringing that knowledge back to St. John's and applying those skills, becoming a true competitor and respected in the Lansing area. Sam built quite a resume this year during the season. Sam had a season-high 6-dive score of a 222.30, a season average of a 219 to qualify for the Miska meet. We went to the Okemos Dive Invitational for an 11-dive meet. Sam placed third there with a score of a 343. Moving to senior night, where he defeated fellow diver and friend Adrian from Grand Lodge. We went into the conference meet knowing it was going to be competitive. Sam ended the conference meet with a 5th place finish. The competition between 3rd and 5th place was tight and ended up being 6.85 points that separated 3rd place through 5th place. Sam was also one of our top breaststrokers for the team, winning the consolation heat for the conference finals with a time of 107.87. Sam went on to compete in the regional diving meet at DeWitt High School. Going into the meet, as I have in the past years, I put together a spreadsheet and ranked all the kids that were going to be there. I had Sam diving at his best score, ending up in 3rd, but also telling Sam that he had the potential to finish higher than just 3rd. He was just as good, if not better, than the 2 above him. Watching the events unfold of the regional diving meet was by far one of my favorite moments that I have been a part of during all my years that I have coached this sport. Sam put together one of the best dive lists that I have seen him do during this season, even with his least favorite dive, front 2.5. Sitting on the judging panel doing fast math and knowing what he needed to pull off this win was difficult to sit still. But it did come down to the last dive where he beat 2nd place by 1.95 points with a personal best score of a 362.60. This was such a proud moment to watch Sam in the wings of other divers of equal talents and come out as the victor. So of course I did another spreadsheet for the state meet where I had Sam slated as 12th place. But knowing the capabilities and the drive that Sam has to compete well, given the opportunity, he would have placed higher at this year's state meet. Sam's diving career will not end here. It will continue to soar high as he moves to dive for Saginaw Valley State University this fall. Congratulations to you, Sam, on a fantastic season with so many more allocates that I have not mentioned. It has been a true honor to have been able to be your coach and to get to know you, and I look forward to seeing your progress at SVSU this fall. I hope this finds you well and you are finding the positive things to reflect on in these unprecedented times we are experiencing. I will say it is a little odd speaking to an electronic box without an audience other than a cat. Coming from the front lines of coronavirus, please do stay home and stay safe. It is an experience that I hope we do not have to have for many years to come. So when the video for Kim was put together, I was really sick and didn't get a chance to give him my send-off. So I will try to keep this short and sweet just for you, Kim. One thing that I was able to witness and observe with Kim and his coaching was his passion for the sport and how he continued to encourage kids to dig deeper than they thought they could. He would tell swimmers, I really need you to step up and go fast in this race, or I need you to dive really well for this meet. Kids would respond and go beyond what we ever thought they could do. Kim always claimed that he hated diving because of the scoring, but secretly, I know that it was his favorite event. Kim did not shy away from making sure that all knew that without diving, it can prove to be difficult to be competitive and win meets and championships. Kim was always very supportive and trusting of his assistant coaches, giving us the autonomy to be creative in our own way and bring kids together to accept each other for our similarities and our differences. Summing up all of my coaching memories with Kim without going into stories would be hard to do. It has been a true honor and privilege to be coaching alongside him. Having this unique opportunity to coach and help shape someone's life is not one that I take for granted. I have been so grateful for the opportunity to have these young athletes and families a part of my journey. I am so thankful that our paths have crossed. Some reasons are clear to me, and others are still unknown. Kim and his wonderful wife Cindy have made a presence in my family for several years and have a place dear to me within my soul. Congratulations to you both with your retirement, and enjoy these years with your family.
Okay, moving right along, I'm going to continue introducing our guys, and I'm going to do the juniors and seniors, but I'm going to start with our swivers. They're divers / swimmers. They did a great job for us, and I'm going to start with Sebastian Delgado. This was Sebastian's first season with competitive swimming. He's a soccer player turned swiver. He was another that had a lot to learn, but he did a great job. We thought it would be difficult for him to score points for us in the role of a swimmer, so when he asked to try diving, I thought it might open up some opportunities for him. He continued to work out with the swimmers as well as the divers and really ended up having a good season with us. In the open 50 free, he went 32-39 against Alma, and in prelims of our league meet, he went 27-81. Real nice 5-second drop. In the open 100 free in our first meet of the season, he went 117.40, and at the Hazlet Invite, he placed 13th, and he turned in a 104.48. Real nice 13-second drop. As you can see, he had a great season, not only as a diver, but also as a swimmer. His time drops were significant, and he overall had a great season. Congratulations on all your accomplishments, Sebastian. It's been a pleasure having you on the team, and good luck with all your future plans. Our next swiver is Mason Sova. This was only Mason's second season with us. He became a swiver out of necessity for us. Early in the season, I needed another person to fill out a relay because everyone else was either used up in other events or unable to swim due to illness. I asked Mason to help out and swim a relay, and without hesitation, he said sure. In the 200 free relay against East Lansing, our first meet of the season, he went 33.79. And our last meet of the season against Grand Ledge, he went 28.88. 5-second drop, real nice swim. And against Fenton, in the open 50 free, he went 33.27. And in prelims of our league meet, he went 30.71. Again, a real nice time drop. He did a great job both diving and swimming this year. He had some remarkable times swimming. I was very impressed with the improvements he made with his diving this year also. Quite a remarkable improvement from last year. It's been a pleasure having you on the team these past 2 years. Congratulations on a great career, and good luck, Mason. Our next swiver is Sam Hudgens. This was Sam's fourth season with us, and he was also selected a team captain. This was by far his best season. He's been a returning swiver all 4 years. We knew Sam's abilities going into the season, and we expected him to be a contributor not only in diving but also in swimming. Most of the team probably didn't realize this, but he scored more points for the team than anyone else. Quite an accomplishment for a diver. As far as his best splits go, in the 200 free relay against Grand Ledge, he split 26.65. Very nice swim. On the 400 free relay against Williamston, he went 102.92. In the open events, in the 100 back against Alma, he was 112.35. And early in the season, he went 114.48 swimming breaststroke. In league finals, in consoles, he won the consoles with a time of 107.87. Very nice swim and a career best for Sam. As you can see, Sam had quite a memorable year. His diving was definitely his strong suit, but his abilities as a swimmer are certainly notable as well. It's been a pleasure to have been one of your coaches, Sam. Congratulations on all you've accomplished, and good luck. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our juniors now. I'd like to start with Matthew Thalen. This was Matt's third season with us. He started the season about where he ended last year. After the success he saw last season, we thought he would help us out in our freestyle and backstroke events. It turned out that his best this year were the distance events, and as an added bonus, he actually loved those events. He was a regular on our medley and our 400 freestyle relays as well. As far as splits goes, in the medley relay, he split 30.73 swimming fly against Grand Ledge. In the open events, in the 200 free, he went 228.90 against East Lansing, and in the Hazlet Invite, he went 222.19. In the 500 free, in our first meet of the season against East Lansing, he went 642.57, and against Schwartz Creek, he went 611.96. Real nice, remarkable 31-second drop. In the 100 backstroke against DeWitt, he went 115.40, and in our league prelims, he placed 21st, and he went 111.62. This was a much improved season for Matt. I think he pushed himself a lot harder, and he focused on events that suited him much better. Matt had many great swims this season, with his best coming at the end of our season. This year, he consistently turned in good swims in the 500 and the backstroke. His hard work paid off with a great conference meet. I think the highlight for me was seeing Matt go 111 in the 100 backstroke on back-to-back days at that meet. Matt has great potential, and I wish you much luck next season. I'm confident you'll be back for another great season. He also earned his varsity letter this year. Congratulations on his fantastic season, and good luck, Matt. Our next junior is Alex Stewart. This was also Alex's third season with us. The only event he didn't compete in this season was the 100 breaststroke and the 100 freestyle. He did get a time in the 100 free off a leadoff start in the 400 free relay. He became a tremendous 200 freestyler and a 100 butterfly guy for us. We also had the good fortune of being able to use him equally effective in any of our relays. In the open events, in the 200 free, he went 207.50 against Hazlet. And then in finals, in our league meet, he went 156.28 and placed 6th. In the 50 free at the second shave meet, he went 24.86. In the 100 fly against Williamston, he went 107.96. And then in league finals, he went 100.54 and won consoles. In the 100 free, he went 54.61, leading off our 400 free relay in CAAC finals. So real nice individual swims there. As you can see, Alex's talents are many. He's one of those swimmers you can count on to always come through when needed. We were so happy for him to have a great conference meet, and his success is due in large part to the work he puts into practice every day. Alec is one of those guys that never gives up. The two events that stand out in my mind for Alec this season are the 100 fly and the 200 freestyle. He dropped significant time in each of those events. He's never been that fast, and I think the way he trains, he'll make state qualifying cuts next season in individual and relay events for St. John's. Congratulations on another great season, Alec, and good luck. Next, we have our seniors. The first one I'd like to bring up is Tyler Reck. This was Tyler's fourth season with the team. He returned with competitive experience, and that immediately resulted in improved times at our early meets. This season, he worked his way into our lineup as one of our point scorers and is able to get points for the team in several meets. I discovered late in the season that he was also a very good backstroker. Unfortunately, he's also a very good breaststroker, and it's difficult to compete well in back-to-back events and dual meets. Consequently, the breaststroke won out. He was able to swim both of those events in our league meet, and he did a great job for us. On the medley relay, he split 35-25 swimming breaststroke against Holt. In the open 200 free, he went 246.24 against Holt. And against Grand Ledge, he went 239.62, a real nice 7-second drop. In the 100 backstroke at the Hazlet Invite, he went 125.47. And in CAAC prelims, he went 123.07. In the 100 breaststroke in our first meet of the season, he went 126.50. And against Grand Ledge, he went 123 flat. So real nice individual swims there. As you can see, Tyler had a good season, highlighted with many great swims. He made several of his personal goals this year, and he stepped up in several meets and scored points when we needed them. He dropped significant times in all of his events. From last year, from where Tyler started as a freshman to where he ended as a senior, has been a remarkable journey filled with many successes. It's been a pleasure to have been your coach. Congratulations on a great career, and good luck, Tyler. Our next senior is Fernando Jimenez. This was Fernando's first season in competitive swimming. He was a former wrestler that decided to try something new. He had a lot to learn from the starts and turns to all the strokes necessary for him to compete. Fernando is a quick learner and a great athlete, and in no time he was competing right alongside his teammates. His best stroke is a freestyle, and that enabled him to compete as a member of each of our relay teams also. In the 200 free relay, he split 31-41, and that was in our league meet in prelims. In the 200 free open, he went 245 against Schwartz Creek, and then against Grand Ledge, he went 241-23. Real nice 4-second drop. In the 50 free in our first meet of the season, he went 36-43, and in prelims in our league meet, he went 31-75. Against Elma in the 100 free, he went 118-56, and in our league meet in prelims, he went 110-59, 8-second drop. Very, very impressive. For a first-year swimmer, I think Fernando had one heck of a season. He never gives up and isn't afraid to try something new. He was a great addition to our team, and we wish he had joined us earlier. We were very happy to see the success he worked so hard to achieve this season. It's been a great pleasure to be one of your coaches, if only for just one season. Congratulations on a great season, and good luck, Fernando. Our next senior is Zach Fox. This was Zach's fourth season with us, and he continued to improve each and every meet this year. Zach's best is sprint freestyle. Fortunately, Zach had probably the healthiest season to date. He's had a career that's been marred by bouts with illnesses. This season, the few times he was sick, he bounced back and was able to compete in every meet except two. He made most of our practices this year, and that enabled him to drop time in almost every meet. His goals this year, he wanted to go under 27 in the open 50 free, and in the 100 free, he wanted to go under a minute. He shattered those goals very nicely. Early in the season against East Lansing in the 50 free, he went 27-61, and in our league finals, he dropped 2.5 seconds and he went 25.12 and placed 18th. In the 100 free against Elma, he went 102.51, and against Grand Ledge in our last meet of the season, he dropped that to a 57.94. Very impressive swim. Zach had an awesome season. He had many great performances. He shattered his goals, and that was in part due to his being able to stay healthy and train like all the other guys on the team. We were so happy for him to finally have at least one great season without all the issues that haunted him in the past. It's been such a great, interesting career you've had, Zach, and it's been a pleasure to have been one of your coaches. Congratulations on a fantastic senior season, and good luck, Zach. Next, I'd like to bring up Marcus Jones. This was Marcus's fourth season with us. He was selected as one of our team captains. His specialty is 100 backstroke, but we found he's great in the 200 IM also. We were able to use him in some freestyle events this season as well. Marcus did a great job for us on all three of our relays. He picked up points for us right when we needed them. He had a very good taper this year, and that resulted in fantastic times for him in our CAAC league meet. It was definitely his best league meet of his career. His goals this year, he wanted to go 223 under 223 in the 200 IM. In the 100 back, he wanted to go under 102. In the open events, in reality, in the 200 IM, he went 230.13 against East Lansing, and then in our finals at our league event, he placed 11th and went 216.78. Real nice time drop. In the 100 back, he went 108 against Grand Ledge, and in finals, in our league meet, he went 102.59 and placed 10th overall. In the 200 free, last year's best was a 221. This year he went 208.24 against Okemos. Real nice swim and nice time drop. And in the 100 freestyle this year against Fenton, he went 57.56. Marcus had great goals this season, and he did a great job accomplishing them. He had a fantastic season filled with many great performances. His time drops from last season were remarkable and are definitely due to the work he put in training in the off season. He's been a tremendous competitor over these past 4 seasons, and we're very proud of all his achievements this season. It's been truly a pleasure to have been one of your coaches. Congratulations on a tremendous career, and good luck, Marcus. Our final senior this year is Ryan Dow. This was Ryan's 4th season with us, and he was selected as one of our team captains also. This season, Ryan was one of our main sprint freestylers. Due to our depth, we thought we needed him in those events in almost every meet. Surprisingly, we were able to move him around, and as a result, he was the only one on our team that swam every event this season. His sprint events have developed into a very good event for him, and that made him a very valuable asset for us. In addition, Ryan has contributed all season on all of our relays. His goals this year, in the 100 freestyle, he wanted to go under 58, and in the 50 free, he wanted to go under 25. In the 50 free open this year, he went 25.62 in our league prelims. In the 100 freestyle against East Lansing, our first meet of the season, he went 58.28, and in prelims at our league meet, he went 55.74. 3-second drop, real nice swim. In the 200 free this year, he went 2:15.75, and that was against Fenton. And in the 100 back in our first meet of the season against East Lansing, he went 1:17.25. At Williamston, he went 1:14.76 for a 3-second drop and a real nice swim. Ryan had a tremendous senior season. He's one of those kids that works his butt off every day, and when you look at the success he's had this season, he really earned every bit of it. He's been a great team leader all season, and he's also one of those guys that had a great taper that paid off with a great conference meet. We were very happy for him to end our conference meet knowing that he achieved his goals that had eluded him in the previous seasons. All that hard work paid off, and it was great to see him rewarded with great swims as a result of all that work. It has certainly been a pleasure to have been your coach these past 4 seasons. Congratulations on an awesome career, and good luck, Ryan. So there you have it. That's the end of our boys this year, and I'm going to wrap it up with some individual awards that I think are all well deserved. I would like to mention that these are all individual awards that the boys have voted on as a team, with the exception of the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award are the only awards that the coaches issue ourselves, and that comes from a consensus of what all the coaches have seen together over the course of the season. And this year, our Coaches Award goes to 2 individuals that we felt exhibited great leadership. They never gave up all season. They were guys we could always turn to and rely on. They were great team leaders. They really exhibited the type of work ethic that we like to see out of our swimmers, and were role models for other guys on the team, and we thought they were very deserving and did a fantastic job all season. And this year, our Coaches Awards are going to go to Ryan Dow and Sam Hudgens. So congratulations, fellas. Job well done. Very well deserved, and we're very happy to be able to present the Coaches Award to these 2 young men. Our next award is our most improved rookie, and that goes to a first-year swimmer. And it doesn't matter what grade level they're at, it's just someone that's new to the team for the first year. And this young man had a great season. He started out as a true rookie, but a little unusual was the fact that he was a senior. And he did a great job working hard to catch up with all the other guys. We thought he did a fantastic job. His time drops were remarkable, and he really deserves this award. And as voted on by his teammates, and the coaches agreed on this one as well, this year's most improved rookie is Fernando Jimenez. Congratulations. Nice job. Our next award goes to our most improved veteran. And this young man has worked hard all 4 years, and it was so nice to see the success that he's earned this year. He worked hard all season long, and I know it was a struggle for him, especially when it came to trying to stay healthy. This young man did a great job, and his time drops were significant, and it was obvious to his teammates that he worked hard, and he really earned this award. This year's most improved veteran is Zach Fox. Our next award is the Ironman Award, and this one is one that goes to the young man on the team that does it all. He works hard not only in the pool in season, but he also works hard in the off season. And this year, I think it was hands down a great choice. It went to a young man that worked hard in the off season, and every day at practice he works hard. We see it even when he's sick. He's in the pool working his tail off, and it really showed up with great times and much improved swims in all the events this year. He did a great job, and he works hard all season long, and we've been very impressed with the work he's put in, especially in the off season. This year's Ironman Award goes to Coy Grams. Congratulations, nice job. And this year, our 100% award is going to go to a young man that we think is certainly deserving. This typically goes to a young man that gives us 100% in the pool every day at practice. He gives us 100% when we're in meets. He's our go-to guy that we know we can count on to put in a good swim and never let us down. Even when he's not feeling well in the pool, he's always working out. If he misses a set, he stays and makes it up. He just goes above and beyond to make sure that he completes everything and that he gives his best every time he's in that pool. And this young man is certainly deserving of this award. And this year's 100% award goes to Shane Van Abel. Good job and congratulations, young man. Well done. And the final award that I've got tonight is our MVP. And this year it goes to a young man that certainly saw success in all of the events. He worked very hard every day he was in the pool. He very rarely missed practice or very rarely missed a set or an interval. He really showed up with the times he put in early in the season, and it continued right through the bulk of our season and right up to the end. He had a very good state meet, or a very good conference meet. He's a key contributor at every meet, and he's the one guy that really came through with us in some key swims and key meets. So the guys voted on this, and we couldn't agree more. This year's MVP goes to Marcus Jones. Congratulations, young man. Job well done. Fantastic season, so congratulations to you. I'd just like to wrap it up with some comments in conclusion. I would like to thank all of you, the parents, for all the help and support you've given me and this team over the years. You're an amazing group, and it's been a pleasure working with you and coaching your sons. I did forget one thank you that I wanted to throw out there, and that was to the Cocos for having us all over after our league meet. That was very nice and very generous of you to have everyone over there. It's a large group and a tremendous undertaking, but you guys did it, and you put on a really, really good gathering for us, and I appreciate that. I know the rest of the team and parents appreciate it too, so thank you very much. Back to the parents, you also did a fantastic job making sure the boys made it to practice every day. You did a great job making sure they stayed healthy all year, and also you did a fantastic job helping them stay positive. You know, it's never easy when you're not winning much, but what made the difference was having the boys continue to keep a positive attitude all season. I never heard even one complaint about not winning. They did a fantastic job focusing on what was important this year, and that made this season a huge success. To you boys on the team, I want to thank you for a tremendous season. It's one that I'll always remember. You guys always gave 100%. You never complained, and you never gave up, and that is huge. And I can tell you this, and I've known this just from my own personal life and what I've seen from some of the other guys that have came before you. Life is a challenge. It's full of successes and disappointments. And if you can remember some of the lessons you've learned here, you'll have a life full of success and happiness. Congratulations on a fantastic year. Good luck in the future. I'll always remember you guys, and you've made this quite a memorable season and career for me. And to Pete and Caitlin, I failed to mention this earlier, but they're the ones that are going to be taking over next year. I know they're going to do a fantastic job. They're going to keep up that great Red Wing tradition that's been established by those that have came before them. Good luck to you guys. I wish you all the best, and I know you're going to have tremendous support from the parents that are coming back with you too. So, guys, again, fantastic year, fantastic season. Thank you so much for everything you do and everything you've done for me and for this team. Thank you again, and good luck to all of you.